Hello, everyone. My name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
Today we have an interesting dive to react to. This is at Buford Springs, which we've been to several times. This was shared with us. And I'm not really sure why. Like, why are we commenting? But apparently these guys are single tank divers diving at Buford, and they went pretty deep. I don't know. Let's watch and
Well, I hope they didn't go too deep because it turns into a cave, but let's see.
watch and comment.
Okay, Jeff and I are out here at Buford. We just made a dive. It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
Sun's popping out. I think we're supposed to come to 80 today. And then
Beautiful place.
it looks beautiful. We've got it to ourselves.
Nice.
So,
Sometimes this has a lot of tannic water. It can
don't
look
get
like
this
coffee.
too often.
You can't
Wow,
really
perfect
Look
today.
at that thing. It's beautiful. Crystal clear.
Yep, they have a nice deck all the way out
Say
there.
hi, Jeff.
By the way, Doug told me that the first time he dove
He's
Buford,
on
there was
board.
no
Nothing.
walking trail, no
You
nothing.
were
They
like
just
getting
through
bit
the
by
swamp.
the alligators and snakes.
That's right. All right.
It was Mike Young style. He liked it better when
Yeah,
there were
that's why-
snakes biting
This
you.
was a combination of two dives. First dive, nobody around for the first 2 hours.
A lot
It
of
was
times,
gorgeous.
a lot of times there's free divers there.
Yeah.
too.
We did have some issues with our gear early on. I had forgot my bracket for my pony, and he had some free-flowing regulators.
Oh,
So it was good that nobody was there initially.
Yeah, that looked like
favor, make sure my valve's all the way open.
looked like he was gonna missile out of the water there.
I know. It's
so
only
this guy is doing a
100.
reaction to his own video, like Dive Talk style. That's great.
So we're reacting to his reaction.
Hopefully he has enthusiasm.
It was a Halloween theme.
Okay.
Girls coming today. That girl's got a white dress on with some makeup and a wig.
Shout out to the
It
scuba
was like a
board, just in case you're
professional,
watching.
That's
I just want to entertain them.
Videographer There.
I'm an entertainer. I'm
like
trying
seeing when I
to
look
make them
back,
happy
you
on
don't
scuba.
watch that stuff.
Scuba board, is that what it's called?
yeah, they don't watch Dive Talk.
Plus a quarterback, right?
If you do, let me entertain you. I can sing to you. Tap dance.
All right. Let's get this dive going.
Wait.
The lady with a white dress.
Two girls did show up later on. One was wearing like a scary mask. I'll include that clip here towards the end.
All right. Free flowing regulator. Great to do before a deep dive.
Well, I don't know what they're doing. I
You can
mean,
see the sun starting to come in nicely.
that, yeah, at Buford, when you're down below and you look up through the cavern, boy, those light rays are gorgeous.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And there's like
The
these.
dive I included here was
Oh wait.
us going down to 150 to the Red Tail Hawk.
Are they in helium? Or did I ask?
Of course not.
It was a little more of a struggle today.
Let's get
as
wait
far as
until that
trying
point.
to do the
Then
depth,
talk
just
about.
because we didn't have a bottle stage, so we were being real careful not to go into deco.
Oh.
At 150?
Oh.
Great day though. We probably hit close to 80, and it was nice and
80
sunny.
degree.
You've seen other videos where I come here about an hour later, and
But
and the
you,
sun's
you
on
know
that
why
big rock.
150 is not
Okay.
what you want to
I
go
did
on
run a-
with
I wa-
air. Can I just bring up 2 points?
Yeah.
If you're on air and you go to 150, how am I going to word this? I'm going to be narked. I'm going to start pointing. A
Let me
new
spoil it for
attitude
a
for
second,
scuba board is
Because I know.
I'm going to blame Woody. So
I know this fact, so you can talk the facts. I want you to talk about this. They are on Nitrox 28.
So the second
All right.
issue that I was going to bring up is that one.
Yeah.
There are depth limits on nitrox.
Yes.
You shouldn't exceed a 1.4, outer limit 1.6.
Mm-hmm.
But why? Instead of it just being a number, why? Because you can convulse. Your body will start to convulse underwater
And you drown.
because it cannot handle that level of partial pressure of oxygen.
Yep.
And you drown. So when we say at 150 you should be on helium, you're confused and you may go deeper. And if there's a problem at 150 and you're confused, that's when it really gets bad. And if you're on nitrox 28 at 150, you can go ahead and start the video. I'll do it and I'll tell you what your
Yeah.
partial pressure is.
It will be around 1.4 something. So it's a little high, but it's still
Okay. Well, then
Okay.
that's not out of control.
But what I want you to watch, because I want you to pay attention on this one, he is being safe, okay, and he's running a line.
It's 155.
155.
That's
28?
getting. Be careful.
It might be 26. I don't remember because I remember watching this video a while ago. But anyway, the point is, as you know, and if you're watching this and you've been at Buford, in order for you to get to those depths, like 150, 160, I think the deepest I've been is 164 at Buford. You have to go under an overhead environment.
You do.
And you lose light completely. It's basically a cave down there. So this guy says, look, we're going to go pretty deep on a single tank. So let me be safe and run a line. Sounds like a safe thing to do. Now, I want you to talk about, I'm not going to say anything. I want you to talk about the line laying and tie-offs and the skills that he displays.
I will talk about him, but it's hard to lay line. I'm just letting you all
Yeah.
know it's not easy.
Yeah. You spend
But
days
boy,
training.
oh boy, if you have a
do that.
problem at that depth on one tank,
Yeah.
that air can go fast.
Okay, so watch his laying line technique.
Because I wanted to practice.
Which is good.
My
Sure.
tie off, I know they weren't great. I think this one was okay, but you'll see on the log on the second one, I just kind of did a quick tie off because we had plenty of air. It was just the NDL I didn't want to go into decompression. So
Bad. All right.
That's it.
we run the reel down to the log.
No single. So my
only thing I
my
watched
rule
on-
that I've been taught, everybody's a little bit different, is the primary tie off, which is that one. You go through the loop and then you lock it by going back the opposite direction. And I do 3 on that one.
Yeah.
The next tie off, right when you're going into the overhead environment, is a 2.
You do a
So
secondary, yeah.
twice around underneath it, lock it back by pulling it the opposite way. And then every other tie off after that
Single.
is a single
Yeah.
around with the lock off.
Yeah.
Single. Then when you come back to your final tie off, like in our case, we're tying off to the main line.
Yeah.
Right. I do a 2-2-2.
Yeah. Triple two,
Right.
yeah.
So I'm twice around the line, twice with the double ender, and then flip the whole reel around it twice.
Yeah. Well,
That's
let's
what
see,
I was
let's
taught.
see how he
I
did.
got for you guys is I like getting the memorials around cement plaques.
So there's the
at
line.
120, but they were off to the left, and I was kind of focused on getting to the red tail hawk.
So let's watch the tie off here.
So here's the tie off, start of the cave line. I'm not quite. It's a trade-off between getting good footage of what I'm looking at and
That's it?
showing you my depth.
No,
on
no,
my
no.
computer. I wish
That's
I had
it.
a wider lens where I could show all of that.
It's not right to laugh, but he didn't tie it off. There is no tie off. What is that? Anybody that bumps that, you do know that immediately that's gone. Also, he didn't. It's kind of weird. He didn't really tie to the line, because the reason why you want to tie the line is if you come out blind. Now I know it's only a foot below, but I'm telling you, if you're panicking,
You miss it.
I mean, I don't know if he's in the light zone or not there. I can't tell.
Dude, in Abaco,
But-
you miss the line on the line, the T. Remember when you
gotta
do
go
that
straight-
exercise that
Yes.
is blind? People miss it
Boom.
because there's a line like behind a rock or something. It's on the line and you miss it. Imagine if it's not on the line like this.
And you're panicking.
yeah.
But that one isn't tied. That's my point. Right there,
No, this,
it's not tied. He needed to continue for the 2, come back to his line, because there's a bolt snap at the end of his reel.
Right.
Then tie it twice around that bolt snap. And then I also, not everybody does that, but Brian taught me.
Yeah, I do
Brian
it too.
To
We all
do
do
a
it.
double,
Yeah.
a double turn around it at that point.
yeah, you lock it in place. And the first tie off is important that he didn't lock it. And that's why we're talking about locking it, is because if there's any slack in that line, that tie off will get bigger and come out of the rock. Now you follow it and your line is just
definitely.
floating in the air. Like what? So I know you're watching this video probably. If you're watching our reaction to your video, you say you want to practice line. Definitely practice.
Well, no, I would just wanted
line.
to show him.
Yeah.
Reach out to us. We can tell you how to do the tie
Here
offs
it actually
Yeah.
splits.
as
We
entertainers.
went to
Yeah,
the right,
but we
which
were
is
taught how to
actually
do
the
tie-offs.
deeper, But there's also
here's the hawk.
a second line that goes to the left. Now we're down at 150 at the red tail hawk. It was basically a
Deep.
touch and go. So
Yeah, so that hawk is right around 145
Then we
feet,
turn the
150
dive.
feet.
It's cave.
And you can see there's
Jeff
a
has his new
roof
GoPro,
over their head. There's the
the
ceiling.
GoPro 10 on a selfie stick. I'm really looking forward to see what kind of video he gets. Maybe I can post it once he does.
Ooh, I'd be narked that depth on that air or nitro.
And it's silty, by the way, that bottom over there. Well, you know,
We're back up at the log.
we don't know what we're talking about. There it is. The
Retrieving
tile didn't
my,
come off, so
Reel.
maybe we're overdoing it.
It's your life. You want your life to
Amazing
depend
how
on that?
When you check your
Yeah.
Do you think I would okay
Your
you
breathing
if
rate?
that was your tie off? You think I'd be
You'd be
like,
like,
looks good to
when
me?
there's no
I'd be like,
taps,
Let's get out of here.
No, I'd be
mine's
like,
been reading
what are you doing?
31
Tie
when
the
taps
line.
and
Idiot.
23 when
Yeah.
I'm not. So
All right,
I've been
here's-
trying to work on.
Here's another thing that I like to teach students or talk to people or whatever that I learned from others. I didn't come up with this. It's when you're reeling your spool, don't use the hand where your light is because it looks like an emergency. One of the things that you learn in night diving, night and limited visibility diving is because people can't see you, it's
Such a
dark.
good point.
You use the light to tell people I'm having an emergency, which typically means, and Ed told me this, it's like, do not use your light like this unless you're out of air. Like when you do this, flashing of the light, you better be out of air. Or else get my attention some other way and like, let's talk about it. If you do this, out of air. So by this guy reeling with his hand, for anyone else, it looks like he's out of air or he's having an emergency of some kind. So
Great
if you're
point.
gonna pick up your spool for you new diver, you know, if your hand is on your left, the way I do it, hold the reel with your left and then use your right. If it's on the right, hold it with the right and use your left. That way your light is on the hand that your reel is in and is not shaking. Right?
Really good point.
Yeah. So you can see it
slowing
here.
down my breathing.
You see the light is. Yeah. He's either having an emergency or telling me he's okay a lot.
So
Okay,
we
I'm okay,
didn't
I'm okay, I'm
fool
okay, I'm
around.
okay, I'm okay, I'm okay.
We took this back up here.
I know. It's
And
okay.
then,
I don't think he's ever had cave training,
then
so
we
that's
went,
probably somebody that
back
just
up
doesn't
to
know.
Yeah.
Shallower depths.
But maybe he's open-minded and,
Jeff did
and
top-
wants to
stop at
learn,
56
which
I
is
hope so.
okay
and
also.
to
Yeah.
do a little safety stop. My computer shows me going straight to 20, so I just kind of drifted above him. It was I actually did hit deco, I think, 1 minute, and then it was 5 minutes safety stop after that.
Okay, so you broke all the rules.
Well, okay. So let's talk about depth, okay? Because people are watching this video are probably going to be like, why are you guys complaining about? Like, they went to the bottom, they came up, they're fine, they're talking, they recorded a video, put it on YouTube. Like, what's the big deal? The challenge here, I think, is that everything went well with the dive. So now it feels like this is okay. It's okay to have a single tank and go to 150 feet and hopefully we don't hit deco and I'm going to tie this line haphazardly and, you know, like this is a blast. The problem is that at those depths, if one of them has an emergency, because they didn't have any backup tanks, he even said it, we don't have any stage tanks or anything, just single tanks on my back. If they have an emergency, like first stage on the regulator blows up, one of them is out, or somebody's out of air for some reason, now they have to share air. If they're both panicking, assuming that they are breathing 1 cubic feet per minute, now that's 2 times the depth. So what is 150?
I doubt they would be at a 1 sac rate, but you know, at 150,
Yeah.
you're talking probably
How many atmospheres?
5,
4 to
could
5,
be
right?
5.5, 6 atmospheres.
Right. So now each one of them is breathing the equivalent of 5.5 to 6, right? Cubic feet per minute. That's 12 to 13 cubic feet per minute. The tank comes full with 80.
5.5 atmospheres.
Right. So they're breathing, 11 cubic feet per minute, assuming they're at 1. But if they're panicking, they're going to be going fast. But
Which
they're
could cause a CO2 hit as well.
Right, right. So if they're breathing this stuff, both of them at those depths, they're going to go through that tank within 3 or 4 minutes. Gone. They're going to breathe the whole thing because of depth, because of Boyle's law, because the way, pressure deals with gas. And that's the problem here is that you're at those depths and nothing failed, so you're good. But if something failed at that deepest point when they were like, boop, on that hawk, somebody's regulator blows up there, they would have been in trouble. Big trouble.
It's 5.5 times more dense, the air at that depth than at the surface. So
Right.
every breath, you're taking in 5.5 times more air
Yeah.
than you would be at the surface.
Yeah.
But really dangerous to be down at those depths without the proper gas.
Right.
And guess what? You can be at those depths with no problem.
Yeah.
And you can do it safely.
Yeah.
All you have to do is take the right class.
I just
have
remembered
the
I
right
had
gear.
set up some cinder blocks for taking up, but we stayed busy, so we never got around to it.
I will, and a
We
compliment.
did end up making.
It's very
it to,
calm and
We drove
relaxed.
to Eagle's Nest. That's another
Oh,
dive
there's
site
dive in there,
after
huh?
We got done here.
Wow.
It's over 300 feet deep.
Yeah, let's not.
It's for technical divers. You need to be cave qualified and more. But I included a little. Although I think that says 100 foot there still.
107.
So
So you're deep.
now we're getting back up by the light.
Free
so I think I'm just drifting. Oh, here we go. There's that girl.
This would be
Yeah.
weird. If you
I
didn't
had
know this was
actually,
happening and you're coming out, you're like,
Finished and saw that she was going to do this, so I included
oh my
this
god, it has a
thinking
jaw?
it was pretty funny. Girls doing Halloween stuff. And the other one had like a dress on with makeup, and I forget what the name of it was. Some Halloween theme, or maybe Disney World theme.
All right, well, that was it. So here where they're stopped, by the way, there's like a ledge at 20 feet where a lot of people stop. That's 6 meters, which is a good stop for deco or for just a safety stop. But there's a ledge there, like literally like a slab of rock where you can, get in there and get out of the way for free divers and other divers. And that is called Gator Ledge. So like, why it's called Gator Ledge? Sometimes there are gators in there. So you have to be careful.
Yep.
But anyway, that was the dive from Buford. So glad everything worked out. Very happy this wasn't an issue. But they even mentioned that they started with issues. And it really reminds me of that video we reacted to where two friends, just like these two guys, experienced divers, went diving with known issues like half a tank. Somebody had half a tank, whatever. They went down to like 150 or whatever it was.
At Buford.
At Buford, and they both drowned. They both died on an almost identical kind of path of these two guys. So I'm glad it worked out for them. Definitely not advisable. We're not trying to be the scuba police. If you haven't seen that video, so you can see how similar the two dives were, I'm going to leave it right here so you can check it out. But
You're just an entertainer.
now when I go to Buford.
You entertainer.
All right.
Bye, everybody.